everyone, it's Julie from Yummy Men and Kick-Ass Chicks, and welcome to the September 2nd edition of This Week, Next Week. Now, I do realize it is very late, but technically it's still September 2nd. This will be posting, I'm assuming, before midnight, because right now it's 10:46 p.m., way past my bedtime, and I'm hoping to get this done and posted in time. But anyways, I'll get into the reason why it's recording late and everything in a little bit. But first, I did make a balloon. I only made one this week because it's I have a lot of other stuff to talk about. So let's just show it. I made a moufette, skunk. You know the skunk? Woo! My goodness. Yeah, you'll notice I'm tired because things are not going to be as smooth as usual because they're always so darn smooth, right? Anyways, there's my little skunk. He's kind of cute. I like the white part. Anyways, there's my balloon. Now I'll quickly talk about what I've been reading, and then we'll get into other stuff. Now, this week I did read Dark Side of the Moon, the 9th book in Sherilyn Kenyon's Dark Hunter series. I know I say it every time, but every time I read a book, it just, puts a nail in there. I'm really enjoying the series. I like how there's parts of it that go from book to book, and other parts that are still really fresh. Characters that are either mentioned or actually brought back from past books and new situations. And this book actually was published not too long after Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, and they actually talk a lot about it in here. And I really like Raven and Susan too. Now, Susan tends to use humor as a defense mechanism, and I might sort of do that too sometimes, so I can kind of actually relate with her for that. So anyways, this review is going to be posting not till the end, closer to the end of the month. I'm reading a little bit ahead right now, and I'll explain that too in a bit. Right now, I'm actually reading, no cover, it's an e-arc, Spider's Revenge by Jennifer Estep. Now, okay, to explain this to you. These books I usually find a little bit predictable. Not that that's a bad thing, because when you're reading urban fantasy, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but urban fantasy can actually be very frustrating. It could make you want to pull out your hair and curl up in a ball and cry, or drink an entire bottle of wine by yourself while sitting in the corner, or maybe the bathroom so your kids can't find you. Because there's just so much going on, it's ongoing and ongoing, and at the end of the book there's never that sense of closure. And anyways, these books, the Elemental Assassin books by Jennifer Estep, I'm enjoying because there's somewhat of an element of closure at each. And you have an idea of what's going to happen through the book. So you don't have that sense of that you do in a typical urban fantasy book. And I like that. It's a nice break. But anyway, so usually Jin, she's an assassin, and she goes on, she finds find out who the bad guy is, and blah, 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 she kills him. And I don't think I'm spoiling anything by telling you that. But you know that the ultimate goal is for her to kill Mav, who is the woman who killed her mom and her sister when Jin was younger. And you know that Spider's Revenge, most likely that's going to happen in this book, but it's not following the same kind of predictable path that the first books in this series, the first 4 books in this series took, so it's really surprising me. She's doing a great job at just sort of throwing you for a loop here and throwing you for a loop there, and I don't know, it's very different than I was expecting, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So hopefully I'll finish this soon, because after that I will be reading One Grave at a Time. Janine Frost finally received it, so I'm excited for that. I still think the cover's kind of neat. A new cat on the cover. Cat's the character, there's the kitty too, but anyways. And then after that, I'm not sure exactly which books I will read next, because back in July, there was a week, I swear, that most of the emails I sent out did not get to where they were going. And one of those emails was the email that I sent to Penguin, to my contact there. And so she never received my request for Never Enough by Lauren Dane, or Archangel's Blade by Nalini Singh. So I contacted her this week, she put the order in, and I'm assuming I'll be getting them early next week. I don't know when, so that's why I don't know what I'm reading when, what's posting when. I'm hoping to get this read and posted on Tuesday, but I'm not sure because it depends on the weekend. It's a long weekend, so I don't know exactly how much time I'll have to read, all that kind of stuff. So the next 3 reviews that I'm hoping to are the 3 books that I just mentioned. Thrown in there somewhere, I can tell you one thing that's for sure posted next week, is Wild and Steamy, the anthology that has Carolyn Crane, Jill Miles, and Mel Jean Brooke in it. Not sure if it's going to be a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Friday, again, depending on how quickly I can get through this book and the other books and all that kind of stuff, as Spider's Revenge is not going to post until closer to release date at the end of the month. Anyhow, so for those who kind of know me, I like predictability. So right now, it's a bit of a mess. But it's okay. It's a good mess. I'm never going to complain about receiving books from publishers, especially books that I'm dying to read. So, not complaining, not at all. Oh, and a heads up, I'll be having a giveaway for this book too. Anyways, so Wild and Steamy anthology, I gave it an overall 4 stars. It was really quite good. And you're just going to have to read my review to find out what I gave each story specifically, but no, I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I read it. And like I said, I'll be posting sometime next week. Now, I think that's all for books. Alright, let's get to some news, and then we'll get some good news. Now, the news, now for those of you who read my post about no Google, and for who might have, who follow me on Twitter, and who've gone, seen my posts or my tweets lately. Oh, God, it's late. Sorry. It's I've been having issues with my blog. Now, the reason why I'm recording this evening, I actually recorded a vlog earlier today explaining what happened with my blog. Well, just to show you what happens after Jason has been working on something for 7 or so hours, how he just doesn't want to deal with anything anymore. So he was doing the man smiling and nodding thing. So yesterday I'm like, okay, so is this what happened, and is that why it was doing this, and because people are asking and they want to know. And he was just, yep. So I recorded a vlog, and I explained all of this. And then this evening, my parents actually have the kids overnight tonight, because it's our wedding anniversary next week, and they're doing this so we went into the city, went for supper. Wasn't very good, but anyways, yes, losing train of thought. Yes, on the car ride home, I was talking about the vlog, and I said, this is what I said, and he's like, no, that's not true. So, basically, I was lying in my previous vlog, and I need to record a new one to set things straight. So, first of all, it was never a virus. My blog never had a virus. That's important to know. There's no way that you guys were infected with something from visiting the vlog or from commenting on the blog. Holy hell. Anyways, that's why I go to bed earlier than this. Anyways, yeah. See, I'm losing my train of thought too. This sucks. Alright, yeah, never a virus. That's why the initial scans never found anything. What apparently it was a movie pirating website. Somehow it attached itself into my theme and some files on my blog, the behind the scenes part, to help them show up better in the Google rankings. Something like that. It's actually quite complicated. Jason is going to write a post about it because I've been asked often about it, and if there's a way to prevent anyways. So Jason is the one who's going to take care of explaining that. I offered for him to come on the vlog and actually explain it. He said no, he's not going to be on my vlog, so he'll write a post. He also claims he'll be ready by tomorrow. Right now he's downstairs playing his video games. I doubt that's happening for real. It's probably another smiling and nodding moment. So as soon as I get that post from him, I will post it and let you know. But that's why Google was finding that typically, let's say about, 150 people would Google my site, and all of a sudden it was getting like 500 impressions of this and 300 of that, and it was just the numbers weren't matching, things weren't going well. So they figured out that's why they were saying that my blog was compromised. I'll rewind a little bit. Christy, a few days back, mentioned to me that when she Googles my site and tries to click on it, she doesn't get to my blog, she gets to a white screen. And same thing happens if you're trying to get to me through Reader, Google Reader. So I kind of brushed it off because it's happened before. There's certain servers and stuff, whatever, for a day, it doesn't work. Then she said it happened again the next day. So that's when I went to check, and when I Googled myself, it said, this site may be compromised. I sort of freaked out a little bit. I didn't know what it meant, but, that can't be good, right? So I clicked on it, and it gave instructions and stuff on what to do, and oh my gosh. So that would be why now if you Google my site, you get my Facebook page, but you won't get my blog because they booted me out. Now, in order to get reconsidered, to be reapproved, let's say, for Google, I need to take drastic measures, not just the scans that we had originally done. Obviously, they wanted me to delete my theme, delete my blog, save it, reinstall it, import it, and do all of these fancy things, changing of passwords. It's like really big, complicated things. And I'm so grateful that Jason knows what he's doing with that. Because like I said, he worked close to 7 hours on it. And seemed to have fixed it. He erased everything that they found. It wasn't a whole crazy, stupid amount, but it was just insane. Like, anyways, why would someone do that? Why would someone do that? Seriously. Anyways, I cried a little bit. I cursed a little bit. It was not a good day. Plus, I was sick. Anyway, so Jason backed everything up, and then we crossed our fingers and hoped that it actually worked, and he did. He deleted everything. So for a while, people were trying to get on my blog. It was saying network error or whatever. It's because at that moment, my blog was no more. All that work. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about what happened. But it all came back. My widgets and sidebars were a little messed up. It was just like an imprint of them, so I had to delete them, reinstall them. I have a few things missing, like my little slideshow there, the coming soon, and that one there. That's a lot of work to put together. But I did take screenshots before I saved it and deleted it, so it shouldn't take too long, but it's still going to be a bit of a job to do. So that'll do over the weekend. But anyways, basically to say the blog is fine now, but I need to actually send an email to Google explaining everything that we did, and they'll pass their scanners through and make sure that it is okay to their standards, and then I will be reapproved for Google searches, but that could take quite a while, they said. So we're waiting for the weekend to give it a couple days to run the Googlebot again. So far we've run it, and it's been clear, but we just want to make sure. But anyways, with all the new measures and everything, oh my gosh, it's such a pain. And why would you do this? Like, what? Ugh. Anyways. So that's that. So Jason will write a post with the actual clear definition of what the heck happened. And there you go. So that's the bad. But the blog is fine. And like I said, the important part is remember it was never a virus, and there's no way that it could infect your computers or anything like that. It was a Google ranking scheme that, because of the hits that I get in a day, apparently they were happy with that, and they decided to not infect. They said it didn't infect. To grab onto my stuff. Alright, we're enough with that. Okay, so, good news, super exciting thing. This vlog is long, I apologize. Last week with the vlog, Sharon, my good friend from Goodreads, left a comment saying something along the line of, now you're famous, I saw you in Another Kind of Dead, Kelly Metting. And I was like, say what? Now, I was at my laptop, and Jason was there just talking away next to me, and as soon as I read that, I ignored him. I stood up. Jason said I had a weird look on my face, and I went straight to my bedroom, and straight to my book closet. And Jason's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? And I went to grab my book, and sure enough, I'm quoted in it right there. Isn't that freaking exciting? Oh my gosh, one of my reviews was quoted in a book. I may have cried. That's sad to say. It's kind of embarrassing, but no, I think I'm like, oh my god! And then my kids are like, what? And I show them, and they don't care. But I was super, super excited. No one was as excited as me. Even Jason's like, that's great, hon. Can't get up on my game now. And I may have taken a picture of it at the bookstore. Because, yeah, I know, not my book, but that's pretty freaking cool. It's especially awesome that it's from a series that I love. It's on my favorite series list. I think the concept of the series is phenomenal, and Kelly is a sweetheart, and I think I'm just glad it was this book, you know. I've been quoted on websites, author sites before, like Carolyn Crane, and J.R. Sayre, and Katie Grant, and Christy Barth, and others, and I've been linked, like my reviews have been linked, like Ines Kelly and Alison Pang, that kind of thing. I've been linked, my reviews, but it's never actually been in a book before, so, so cool. Yeah, Jason wrote chapters, and he's like, Julie, why are you taking a picture? I'm like, there, I want to show everyone this. It's actually in a bookstore. But anyways, it's my moment. So that's the exciting news, and Kelly thinks it might actually be in the next book too. Cool. So next year when I meet her, I already have her signature. I got it through the mail because 3 Days to Dead is amazing. And next year I will actually be meeting her at Authors After Dark in New Orleans, and I'm going to get her to sign that one for me. Maybe highlight it. Anyways. Alright, so weekend-wise, like I said, it's our wedding anniversary, so we are Santa kids today. And if you do, I'm doing a vlog. I had weird restaurant experience in Ottawa at a restaurant that I'm probably not going to go back to because it was wings and they were breaded, and I'm not a big wing person, but no, I didn't like it. But anyways, and yeah, that's that, and then after that, probably a pretty quiet weekend. Long weekend, first week of school just ended. Everyone survived. My daughter's loving her. She's in grade 1, so she has a desk this year, and she likes her teacher and all of her friends. They have the exact same number of kids, so I'm meeting the teacher and everything for the first time next week, so it should be fun, good, fun. Apparently good and fun together means fun. Yeah, alright, it's 11:03. It's time to go. So whatever your plans for this weekend, I hope you have a safe and happy one. And I'll see y'all next week. Attends tout le monde.